We're now less than a month before National College Decision Day on May 1st. That's the deadline to choose a school and put down your deposit. But this year there is a twist.
New federal legislation is changing how students access and repay student loans, adding another layer to an already complicated decision. Western Mass News reporter Patrick Fergus tells us what to consider before committing.
It's become a difficult decision for anyone looking to attend college, where to go, and mostly how to pay for it.
But when it came down to that decision of where I wanted to go, it ultimately came down to that financial aid situation and, where I could benefit the most from.
Springfield College junior Dante Iafredi echoing a sentiment common to many college students. But this year, changes and uncertainty around federal student loans and repayment are adding a new layer of stress. Last July, as part of the Big Beautiful Bill, key changes were made to the financial aid the federal government would provide, especially when it comes to borrowing money for campus housing and having enough credits to get aid that makes a difference. Legislation that changes how federal aid is given out, and especially how it is meant to be repaid, can cause confusion among students and parents, leading them here to a campus's financial aid or enrollment office. And workers like Kathleen Chambers at Western New England University, who tells Western Mass News that the biggest change for undergraduates is the Parent Plus loan, now capped at $20,000 per year and a lifetime limit of $65,000. For some, that could mean relying on private loans to fill in the gap. In the case of graduate or professional students, the Grad Plus loan has been eliminated. That means some would also need private loan programs for anything greater than what they are already eligible for with unsubsidized loans. The takeaway for the students and their families who rely on federal loan programs: you may need to plan for more out-of-pocket options, a less expensive college, or be prepared for potentially higher loan payments after graduation.
I would say when it comes to taking out those student loans, it just came down to what the future would look like, what that would look like in the process of paying those off.
Before you put down that May 1st deposit, make sure you know the price is one you can live with after the cap and gown comes off. Patrick Fergus, Western Mass News.